boy. I really wish we could outvote them here, but we can't. All right, next we're going to go to public comments on unscheduled matters only. Do we have any requests to speak?
Mr. Mayor, I have 3 requests to speak.
Okay, and with that, just a reminder, well, actually, it will take 15 seconds to let those that we're here for the presentations. Bye, Christy. Bye, Mike. Bye, Filers. Bye, Jill. I love Fountain Valley. We're such a hometown. Yeah, it's such a small town, big town at the same time. All right, with that, we'll move to the public comments, unscheduled matters. Just a reminder that unscheduled matters that our city council, as much as we'd love to sometimes, we're not allowed, not able to respond to your comments. So we will promise to get back to you when we can, when convenient. And with that, Rick, if you would please call the first speaker.
First speaker is Lyle Shepley.
Welcome, Lyle. Good to see you again.
Welcome. Good to see you all again, Honorable Mr. Mayor and City Council. It's good to see you. I'm Lyle Shepley. I live right across the street from Harper Park. I know I was here last month talking a little bit about e-bikes. This is a bit of an update and just a little more information on it. So a lot of folks in the city have reached out to me. Mr. Frizzell from Parks and Rec reached out to talk with me about it, get some input. He's talked about outreach and signs, and they're working on it. Sergeant Mosier from Traffic reached out to me and with similar comments. And, I left him a message and said, I don't really want to see these kids get in trouble, but, this is it's going to be a long summer if we don't get there. Irving Castillo from I think he's your landscape guy, reached out, wanted some pictures. Mr. Mayor, I know you were there last week to look at it. And they're back. Last week was a great week. I was out of town all week long and I had to deal with it. And I got home on Father's Day, and I'm outside about 8 o'clock at night talking to my nephew, and the kids are in the bikes over there. And I go, I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm not going to get my blood pressure up. I know the city's working on it. Until a couple comes walking out of the park, and a kid at 20 miles an hour goes flying along right behind him, jumping the sidewalk. I go, okay, I can't take it anymore. So I go over and talk to the kids, and some of the parents are there. And, the kids are bewildered, of course, and one of the parents got pretty aggressive. He got in my face over this. Unfortunately, I was able to get it de-escalated and just share my perspective and, remind him his kids are standing there, and had a good conversation with him. The bottom line is they don't care about the park. They don't care if it gets torn up. They're over there to protect their kids' right to ride in the park. I encouraged them. I said, well, call the city, call the police. If you don't like the law, show up at the city council and get them to change it. But right now, that's the way it is. You're going to tear up the park. And my point to all of them was 4 things are going to happen. That park's going to turn into dust, and they're going to move somewhere else. Or some kid's going to get hurt. Or somebody, innocent bystander's going to get hurt. Or some parent's going to get into an altercation if one of those things happens. And they actually were receptive to that. But it doesn't mean they're going to stop. I have parents now that are stopping by the house, to ask me, I don't know how come between my wife, the cookie monster, that hands out cookies to these kids, kind of want to know what's going on. A lot of them have been very nice, and they've called the Parks and Rec. And once they got the answer, they called me back and said, yeah, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. So my message here today is, thank you for the city to reach out. I mean, the city's, had my back. This council's had my back on more than one occasion. I appreciate that outreach. I know it's going to be tough to get it done. We're trying not to call the police. I did because I thought this thing was going to escalate on Sunday. But generally, they're trying to be respectful. But I appreciate all the work your staff is doing, and just wanted to let you know. I know it's going to take some time to get it fixed, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lyle. Appreciate it.
Katie Wright.